Caught on camera more than 100 years ago. The final moments of the Endurance. This footage, restored and released by the BFI, shows Sir Ernest Shackleton's famous ship as it was lost to the Antarctic ice.
There's the Endurance. This is exactly the way she was.
The story has long fascinated maritime archaeologists. Now a new expedition is attempting to locate the ship. But like Shackleton, they'll face grueling conditions.
The Endurance is the most unreachable wreck in the world, and by extension, this has to be the greatest wreck hunt ever. The big challenge is the ice. It's opening, it's clenching, it's unclenching. It's a really vicious, lethal environment that we're going into.
Shackleton's expedition set off from South Georgia in December 1914, but by mid-January the ship had become frozen fast in the ice. After drifting for months with the crew on board, an order was eventually given to abandon the ship. The Endurance sank on the 21st of November 1915. Its location was recorded. The objects that were rescued from the sinking Endurance really give you a sense of what life was like on board. This is the sextant, crucial for navigating, and over here is a box of chocolates that was used as a payment between the crew for doing chores like darning socks. And up here, unbelievably, is a piece of the mast, probably the only relic of the ship that isn't at the bottom of the sea.
It's a really important document for people going out looking today.
Shackleton's expedition diary was also saved, with his emotional entry on the day the ship was lost.
She went today. 5 p.m. she went down by the head. The stern, the cause of all the trouble, was the last to go underwater. I cannot write about it. Sunday always seems the day on which things happen to us.
You can read about how it was creaking. They talk about her as a personality and the groaning and the sounds. There's this real kind of sense of what it felt like and what it sounded like and how crushed they were when the ship was crushed and sank as well.
The Agulhas 2 is the polar icebreaker that will hunt for the wreck using the coordinates recorded by Shackleton's crew. The Endurance lies 3,000 metres down, so the team will use underwater robots kitted out with sonar and cameras. The hope is that the wreck will be well preserved by the icy water and lack of organisms eating away at the wood.
If we get the time that we think we're going to have over the site, I think there's a very, very good chance those two underwater vehicles will find it. A very, very good chance. But that chance could go to zero if the conditions collapse and the ice flows behave in a way that we do not wish them to. If the ice flows move the goalposts.
For Shackleton's expedition, the loss of the Endurance wasn't the end. The crew trekked across hundreds of miles of ice, rode the Weddell Sea, and then climbed a mountain range to reach safety. Miraculously, they all survived. But the ship that had been their home still lies in the icy depths, silently waiting to be discovered. Rebecca Morrell, BBC News.